lost my dad a little over a year ago. It wasn't a surprise, but I don't know that that makes it any easier. Although I felt like he died a couple years before, what died that day was almost a harder pill for me to swallow. It was a chance of a miracle in our family's potential future. It was a chance of him being one of those guys we heard about at AA meetings where he just woke up one day and was miraculously reborn by an act of divine grace or something, with a new perspective and fresh thoughts and the will to live a beautiful life. Our family would go on Alaskan fishing trips, he'd counsel those battling his same demons, he'd fall in love with his first grandson. We'd sit in awe and gratitude for the rest of our lives that he was given another chance. That's what died that day. Through this undeniably challenging season, I've become well acquainted with grief and found a lot of immense beauty in it. I kinda had to. These experiences can destroy us and will destroy us for periods of time, but in grief there's a strange, sobering intimacy with life, with being human, with the preciousness of life. And I don't mean to take away any of the pain of loss, but to share some nuggets that help me feel okay in the complete dark. I think there are a couple options when grief inevitably comes knocking on our doors. We can harden to life and love and to loss, close our doors, try to feel okay again, or we can let it be here, maybe even invite the grief in, let it break us, consume us, and eventually become a part of us. I remember days where the loss felt like a black hole that I thought I would sink into for the rest of my life, that I would never be okay again. But at the bottom of the hole, it actually felt safe. It feels like complete acceptance that this is a part of life, and that we will lose everyone and everything we love at some point. Grieving my dad felt like grieving everyone I love. It felt like grieving with the world, that we all lose the people and things we love at some point. After sitting with this incredibly heavy fact, every moment began to feel sweeter and even more precious. Every chance to hold a friend or sit in laughter with a loved one feels like the luckiest miracle in the world. That's why I pray we can let ourselves feel the depths of our emotions, the grief and loss and fear, because if we cap those emotions, we're also capping our joy and gratitude, love, ecstasy. So this is me welcoming grief. I think she's a lot sweeter when welcomed, and she doesn't really go away anyways. Here I'm having a grief ritual for my dad in one of his favorite places, our family Mexico home. It's a special one too because I got to release some of his ashes. When grief piles up inside my heart, I have no choice but to stop and create space to be with it. Here I get to talk to my dad and tell him all the things I would if he were here, read poetry, scream, cry a lot, sing, whatever's there, no judgment. I found grief isn't something you feel once or twice or 100 times and it goes away. You also can't cry and scream as hard as you can in hopes to get it all out. She asked for a place setting at your dining table, a home inside your heart. As scary as this can seem, she's actually a very sweet friend and a reminder of all that matters in life. The more I've allowed myself to sit with grief, the more I've learned to love her. Martin Prechtel says it best. Grief is praise because it is the natural way love honors what it misses. I get to grieve this deeply because I had the honor of loving so deeply. Inside the heart of grief, I feel appreciation for life itself, appreciation for these feelings, this love, the ability to hurt so bad because I've loved so hard. The more we embrace grief and loss and change, the more we embrace life. These rituals have been so healing for me. I strangely feel closer to my dad than ever. Although I won't get to hug his flesh again, I get to commune with him in new ways now. I feel his presence in the wind at the top of a mountain. I feel his newfound peace as I watch birds soar overhead. I feel him in parts of my personality, like his sense of humor and his enthusiasm for life, his love for his family, and his zest for more. And they fly back all over me. This is so fitting because my dad was such a trickster. I just felt his presence when they flew back on me. Such a sweet and hilarious moment. By the end of this ritual, I felt 100 pounds lighter. I was dancing and singing on the beach, letting the rest of his ashes go. I felt so much gratitude that he was my dad at all and that I got to love him at all and that I will get to love him forever and this exists forever, just in a different way now.